Hey guys, welcome to Draw with Sandee at the Little Artistic Nook. Today we'll be drawing this cute little praying mantis. Alright, so to start our praying mantis, we're going to begin by drawing out her eyes, and since she's tall, you want to make them close to the top of your page. So let's start out by drawing a nice oval, and then we'll create the highlights by drawing a big curve about halfway down and a heart just underneath that. Then go ahead and shade in the rest of the eye. Next, you can come back to just tracing over the top curve of the eye and then extending out two small curved lines towards the right just for some eyelashes. For the second eye, I'm going to create another oval, but this time I'm going to have it angled just slightly towards the first eye so that the top of our eyes look a little bit closer together than the bottom. You're going to make the same highlights and then just go ahead and fill it in. Then we'll trace over the top this time and we'll extend our eyelashes out towards the left. Starting on the right eye, I'm going to come just inside the inside edge of this eye, and I'm going to draw a big curve that goes all the way around past the outside, so the tip of my eyelashes. If yours are really long, it's okay if they extend past this, and we're just kind of creating a secondary curve around the eye. Do the same thing on the left. This time, of course, the curve will be passing on the left side of the eye, and just wrap it around underneath. From about the halfway point of these big curves, I'm going to create the top of our praying mantis's head. So it's not going to be super curved, but just a little bit, so just a really soft curve here. And then we're going to come towards the bottom of the eyes, and I'm going to create a much more pointed curved line. So it's not a full-on triangle. You want the point to be a little bit soft, but the bottom of her head will be a little bit pointier. You can draw in some cheeks just underneath by drawing curves under the eye that just come to the outside edge of the head, and then a little smile. From in between the eyes and the top of the head, you can make some really long antennae and just top them with some little circles. Okay, and now it's time to map out the body. So just where that cheek and eye meet, I'm going to just draw a little marker, and I'm going to extend this line sort of slightly angled down towards the bottom of my page. Then we're going to come around to the front here, just in front of the cheek, and I'm going to do a second line. Now, if you're using pencil, you don't have to leave spaces like me. That's just where the arms and legs are going to be coming. From the bottom of this rectangular neck shape, we're going to start drawing in her top wing. So create a small curve that sort of connects this open part here of her neck. And then you're going to start drawing an angled line towards that bottom right corner of your page. It's going to be fairly long. And once you feel like it's long enough, then you can come back around to the front. So I like to start at the front just because it gives me a better sense of how long I want the wing to actually be. So from the front now, we're going to curve down, and then we're going to gradually draw a line back towards the top part of her wing so that it comes to a little point. Once again, just ignore the little spaces I'm leaving. That's where her leg's going to be. And you can just continue this all the way to the end. So you can see it starts to get a little bit narrower as I come towards the back of the wing. For the wing on the other side, you can trace over the top of this one, and then at some point you're just going to start to pull a second line out on a slightly higher angle, create a point, and then bring it back to meet it. So you'll have a little V opening here at the back. And now it's time for legs. So let's come to the front here of the wing. And we'll start with these legs here. So from that front part of the wing, I'm going to start drawing a line that's just coming down towards the bottom of the page. Then I'm going to angle it slightly towards the bottom left corner. So her legs are quite long. Then we'll do one more line that's coming down. So it's sort of a 3-part leg. Then you're going to create another set of lines just behind these ones, following the exact same angles. And once you get down to the bottom, we'll create her foot, which will be just a little hook that's sort of angled towards the left. For the back leg, I'm just going to come about a third of the way in from the front of her wing. Create a line angled towards the right, then sweep it back up towards that top right corner, right up into the wing, and then you're going to angle it back down so it looks like a thunderbolt. Then go ahead and once again you're going to mirror these lines or just copy them so that they're parallel, creating the two sides of the leg. Bringing it all the way down to the bottom, and this time the foot will be facing the right side of the page. Now I need to show the rest of her body. So starting here just behind this front leg, I'm going to start to draw just a little curved line to connect the legs. And then I'm going to come out on the back side here of her back leg, and I'm going to start to bring that body line up towards the bottom of her top wing, so that she doesn't just look like a neck and wings with legs. Let's draw in the feet on the other side. Starting with this back leg here, I'm going to come underneath that body line, and I'm going to follow the same angle as her front side leg here. So just angled slightly towards the right, and then creating that foot that's pointing also to the right. Now we can draw in the second front foot here. So I'm going to angle it just a little bit different. So this time we'll angle out towards the bottom left corner, and then we'll bring it back so that it sort of crosses over. So we have, it looks like a sideways V. You're going to create those parallel lines, creating that second V, and this time the foot will just sort of point downwards. So it's almost like she's got this one lifted. Finally, we're going to draw in her arms. So I'm going to come up into the neck area there where I have that space. And I'm going to start by drawing an angled line down. Then I'm going to create a V shape by drawing a line back up. And then one more time, I'm going to draw another line down. So I have this nice little Z shape or zigzag pattern. Create the parallel line, so just following the same shape. I'm going to round off the front because that's her little hand there instead of drawing a little foot. And then I'm just going to finish the rest of the arms by drawing that V shape all the way back to the neck. And I'm going to just slightly round it off so that it looks like she's got a little shoulder. I'm going to have her back arm there just slightly angled differently, so I'm not going to see the whole thing either. So I've got just a little angle down, then coming up, and then just another one down and slightly forward of her front arm. You can round the bottom there where her hand would be, and then just bring it back up to meet the neck or the front arm wherever you happen to place it. Last but not least, I'm just going to have my praying mantis just standing on some sandy ground or just like a little dirt ground here. So I'm just going to make a really loose line that's moving across the page. It's above her very bottom feet, and you can just add some layers of lines just to make it look like ridges. I'm sort of imagining, dirt on the side of the road or maybe in a garden. And then here on the left, I'm just going to draw up some tall grass. So just little curved lines that come up, making a little point at the top and then making them slightly wider at the bottom, like really stretched out triangles. So you can do as many of these as you want. And otherwise, guys, that is our cute little praying mantis. Thank you so much for drawing with me today. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And until next time for another Draw with Sandee at the Little Artistic Nook, keep making art and keep smiling.